everyone. Today we are doing a short workout with the foam roller. I am going to take you through all of my favorite exercises to do with the foam roller for shoulder and upper back mobility, core work, posture, and to tone the legs a little bit. So you're going to need a full length roller to get started. You want a pretty heavy density here because we're going to do most of our work with our body weight supported on the roller. We do have some with a lighter density, but you want to make sure it's pretty firm and can support your body weight. So once you have your roller, go ahead and lay it down on the mat. You're going to start with the roller the long way, and we're going to lay down on it with our whole spine supported on the roller. So you're laying down with both your tailbone and your head completely supported. And then you want to adjust yourself to make sure you're nice and centered on the roller. We are going to be doing some balance work here and some deep core work. So you do want to make sure you're already starting in a centered place so you're not already working against yourself here. So place your hands down on the mat. Let everything just melt. And this should feel pretty good here. Having that feedback of the roller should feel really nice. If for any reason you're really sensitive to that and it doesn't feel good, you may want to try a roller with a lighter density, a less firm density. Take a nice big inhale and feel the back of your ribs expand and press down into that roller. And then on your exhale, just think about narrowing your waist as though there's a corset squeezing tighter around your waist. And then take that again, inhale. Fill up the ribs, fill up from the sides, the backs, and the front of the ribs. And then on your exhale, narrowing the waist, narrowing the hip bones towards each other, and you should feel those deep muscles in your abdominals turn on slightly. We're going to keep trying to find that breath and engagement as we move through here to help stabilize the pelvis on the roller. Take a nice big inhale. On your exhale, float your right leg up to tabletop position. Knee directly over the hip, 90-degree angle at the knee, and then exhale to place it right back down. And then we'll do the left. You exhale to lift that leg up, and then you inhale it right back down. We're going to keep going like that. You're obviously definitely supposed to use your hands here to help you balance, to get started, and just get a feel for yourself on the roller and pay attention to your hips. How much can you stabilize and make sure your pelvis doesn't move? Use your standing foot to help you press down into that foot. And back. And then one more time. Now we're just going to take it a little bit harder, just a little. As your right leg comes up, lift your left arm to meet it. Arm reaches up to the ceiling. And then lower down. And we'll switch. Reach. And release down. And switch. And release back down. And switch. Now right leg comes up to tabletop, left arm reaches up to meet it. Keep your arm plugged into that shoulder joint, nice and easy through the chest. Now extend your arm overhead and your leg straight out away from you, and then draw it back in. Again, reach out long. And right back in. Just one more like that, trying to stay as stable as you can on your roller. And back in, and then lower down, and we'll switch. Left leg comes up, right arm comes up. And then extend, reaching away, energy through those fingers and toes, and then draw it back in. Again, reaching up and drawing it back in. Two more. And reach it back in. One more. And reach it back in, lower back down. Now, big challenge here on your balance and your deep core. If you fall off your roller, it's not a big deal. I recommend you're on a floor here, not an elevated surface. So both arms reaching up, fingertips to the sky. Feel nice and strong through the waist. Think about narrowing those hip bones towards each other so you already have a little work in the deep core to stabilize your pelvis. And go for a knee fold here, floating your right leg up to tabletop position. It's okay to wobble. Place that foot back down and try the other side. Usually one side feels really, really hard and the other side feels a little easier, usually. We're almost never really even on here, but you're just going to march through. Go ahead and keep switching legs, one foot and then the other. Nice and stable through your other leg. Nice and strong. Think about the foot pressing down. And the inner thigh having a little magnet on it, so it's pulling into the midline of the body and not reaching out to the side. One more each way. And lift. And right back down. Both feet can rest down, hands down by your side. Stay just for a moment here. Now I want you to reach both arms back up to the ceiling, palms facing in. We're working on shoulder mobility now. Slide your shoulder blades wide on the back to reach the fingertips up to the ceiling. And then plug those arms back into the shoulder joints, wide chest, neutral. And then squeeze your shoulder blades together, trying to squeeze the roller between your shoulder blades. And then release. Take that again. Widening the shoulders on the back to reach the fingertips up. Slide it wide. And then squeeze your shoulder blades together around that roller. So what we're doing here is we're protracting the shoulder blades on the back, widening them away from each other, and then squeezing them towards each other, mobilizing the mid-back and the scapula there. Lengthen and reach down. And one more. And then from there, I want you to take your arms and bend them at the elbows so you're at a 90-degree angle. And now think about keeping those shoulder blades nice and wide, trying not to squeeze them in towards the roller, and just open, keeping your hands and elbows on the same level. And then nice and easy, close those arms back up, trying to stay soft and relaxed for your chest. Open, heavy through the hands. Keep your ribs down and your shoulder blades wide to the best of your ability here. Two more. And the more you think about keeping the shoulder blades wide as your arms move down towards the ground, you may actually increase your stretch, because squeezing those shoulder blades together is actually going to kind of do the work for us and eliminate some of the stretch through the shoulders. Okay, so now arms straight up to the ceiling, starting circles here. Keep those lower ribs attached to the roller as much as you can. Only take your arms back as far as you can with those lower ribs staying in and not popping up. Open the arms out to the side again, staying wide through those shoulder blades. You should feel a nice massage through your rhomboids, those muscles between your shoulder blades there. And then bring your arms right back up. We're drawing circles. Keep those lower ribs attached as your arms go back overhead. And then feel a nice wide wingspan, wide shoulders on the back as your arms circle around. Your fingertips can touch the ground. They don't have to. It's okay if they don't. Take the range of motion that feels right for you here. If going through a circle feels clicky or uncomfortable in your shoulder, find a place through the circle that feels good to stretch in and just hang out there. You don't necessarily have to move through these circles to get the benefit. We're going to reverse the circle, or you can hang out in a stretch with your arms open to the side and circle it around. We'll do a few more here. And around again, paying attention to try to keep the ribs relaxed, keep the shoulders wide. Move those arms nice and easy in the shoulder sockets. And the last one. Now, we'll relax down off of the roller, so just kind of slide yourself down. And then we'll turn the roller so that it's perpendicular to the mat and lay on it so that the roller is right underneath the tips of your shoulder blades, so right in the mid-back area. Hands behind the head, knees bent, neutral pelvis. On your inhale, extend yourself over the roller, thinking about your chest reaching away from the bottom of the rib cage, extending through that upper back. Try not to let your neck go completely. Keep a little bit of a chin to chest engagement here. And then feel your lower ribs pull down towards your hips to bring you up just to about neutral. And then we'll take that again. So we're extending back, opening the chest, nice wide elbows, and then drawing the body up from the abdominals, thinking about the ribs pulling towards the hips to come neutral, eyes gaze forward. Again, reaching back. And then coming up. Again, reach over, find your length, and curl up, narrowing the waist, tightening the belly, and up, back, and coming back up. Now I want you to stay lifted on this one. Keep the hands behind the head, keep the hips neutral, and twist to the right. You're going to pull your left ribs up off the roller and push down through the right side, and then come back to center. You may find that you get a nice little massage through that side of the rib area, through your lats. Should feel good. We're going to try to keep the hips stable and really twist from the waist. Really rotate that rib cage. You may need to adjust on your roller. Sometimes it scoots away from you a little bit. Please feel free to adjust at any point. I'm going to adjust on mine. And then back to the left. We're going to go one more each way. And then over to the left. Come back to center, adjust on your roller as needed. And then we'll do one more thing here for the ribs and the mid-back. We're going to go side bend. So you're uplifted in your neutral position. Bring your right elbow towards your right hip and lengthen through the left side of the rib cage. So we're shortening in that right waist. And then come back to center and we'll go left. We're going to side bend, keeping the chest square to the ceiling and opening up one side of the body as we work those obliques and waist on the other side. So reach over and back to center and then left. And back to center. We'll do one more each way. And back to center and left. And back to center. Now bring yourself all the way up to sitting. Take the roller, move it down towards your pelvis, and lay all the way down on your mat. Bring the roller underneath your hips, right under your sacrum, the middle of your pelvis here. We do not want the roller on our low back here. We're supporting the pelvis, nice and neutral. Hands can be on the roller here. And then you'll bring your right leg up to tabletop position and your left leg up to meet it. From here, extend your right leg away from you, stretch, and then inhale it back in. On your exhale, extend your left leg, and then inhale it back in. As you exhale, feel the low belly pull in towards the back slightly without changing the spine, and then we're switching legs. So we're going to keep going like this. We'll keep switching through. I want you to know that the lower your leg goes, the harder your abdominals have to work. So take the right range of motion for you. If you need more challenge, go a little bit lower. If you need it to be a touch easier, go a little bit higher. Let's go through a little bit faster now. Extend, reach, and switch, and switch, switch, and switch. One more each way. Switch, and switch. Now both legs come back into tabletop. Squeeze the knees and the ankles together. Feel your inner thighs turn on a little bit. Take an inhale here. On your exhale, extend both legs out long. And inhale it back up. Exhale, extend. And inhale, bend. Same thing here. The lower you go, the harder it's going to be. So take the range of motion that's working for you today. You want to make sure your belly is flattening and hollowing and not pushing up. So if you're feeling trouble keeping your abdominals in here, go a little bit higher with your legs. One more, and we're going to stay out there. Hold. Rotate heels together, toes apart, and we're clicking. 1, 2, 3, 4. Little baby opens and closes. 3, 4. A few more like that. Again, the lower you go, the harder this is going to be. Take what feels right for you. And then rotate in and bend both knees in. Now both legs reach straight up to the sky here. We're still trying to keep our ribs relaxed in, our shoulders nice and open. Right leg reaches down towards the mat and left leg reaches towards your face. Both knees straight. Now start to move both legs towards each other to switch. I'm not letting my upper body change at all. And switch. And switch. Trying to find your movement happening from your center. Legs are moving nice and easily. All the control comes from in here. And switch. And switch. And switch. Last time each way. Reach those legs long. And switch. Last one. And switch. Both legs straight up again. Heels together, toes apart in a small V position. Feel your heels squeeze together. On your exhale, reach both legs away from you as far as you feel like you can control with your ribs staying where they are. And then inhale your legs back up to the sky. Exhale to lower. And inhale it up. Spine stays neutral, ribs stay hugging in as your legs lower. And inhale up. 2 more. Exhaling down. And inhaling up. 1 more. Inhaling up, bend both knees into your tabletop position. Keep them squeezing together. Make sure your hands are on the outsides of your roller. Let your knees and your hips twist to the right. Stay there. Extend your legs out long. Hold. Bend the knees back in and then come back through center. Go left. Twist the hips. Try to keep your opposite shoulder anchored. Stay there. Extend the legs. Bend the legs. Come back to center. Go right. Twist. Extend, reach. Bend back in come back to center, go left, twist, and reach, and bend, come back to center. We'll go one more each way. Getting a little massage through the glutes here. So we're working the abdominals, but we're getting some fascial massage in the connective tissue there through your glutes, through your hips. Twist and reach and bend and come back to center. Take both feet down. Adjust the roller as you need to so it's right back on your sacrum. And we're just going to take a quick stretch here. Right leg goes long, left leg hugs into the chest, and feel your rib cage sink. Feel your hips stay neutral. You want your heel on the ground, so it's okay if your knee needs to bend a little bit to get there. Do what you need to do. And then we'll take the other side. Just a little stretch here through the front of the hips. Keep your pelvis even. Try not to hike the hip up. And then we'll place both feet down. Take the roller out from underneath your hips and transfer it over to your feet. So now you want the soles of your feet together and the outside edges of your feet on your roller. Knees open a little bit wider than hip distance apart, but not completely laying out. So you wanted a nice active position, neutral pelvis, hands down by your side. From here, keep the hips neutral and just press the pelvis up to the sky. Push your arms down into the mat and then lower it back down. Taking that again, you'll press up and then you'll lower back down. Keeping the soles of the feet squeezing together and keeping the legs stable in the same position the whole time. We'll do 3 more like that. 3. And 2. Feel your ribs stay in line with your hips. 1 more. Press up. And lowering back down. Now, feet flat on the roller. Sits bones distance apart, so right in the center of your hips. You want them lined up with the center of your hips, hands pressing down. Now we're going to roll the hips up, trying to keep the roller stable. Roll the hips up, keep the roller right where it is, and then roll back down. Now we're going to add to that, rolling up and stay. We press the roller away from us and pull it back in. Taking that again, press it away. And pull back in. 1 more. Press it away. And pull back in. Now roll down for a second. Give yourself a little bit of break. Lengthen your hamstrings if you need to. If you felt like your range of motion wasn't great, make sure your toes are on the roller to start. Same thing again. We roll up. And then we press away. 1. And 2. And 3. And then roll down. Woo! 1 more set. Give yourself a little break. And then again, rolling up. And press 1. And 2. Going as far as you have control of. And 3. It's a pretty small range of motion, and that's okay. And then roll down. Hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a little break there. Walk those legs. And then we are going to come on up and flip over onto our stomachs with the roller in front of your head. Now, if for any reason your shoulders are too tight to make this position happen, first of all, you can try to go a little bit wider, and then if not, you can just keep your hands on the mat and do it without the roller. You can still follow along. You just won't be pulling the roller in. You'll just have your arms staying flat on the ground, and you'll be pressing down into them. Hands go on the roller, wrists on the roller, fingertips reaching long, nice wide position. So no matter where you are, your hands should be a little bit wider than your shoulders. The wider you go, the easier it is on your shoulders. From here, start to press down into the roller and lift your head up. Keep lifting and think about the roller pulling towards you. And then lower back down with control as the roller rolls away. We'll take that same thing again. Press the pubic bone down into the mat. Keep your tailbone reaching towards your heels as you really work on lifting your upper back, lifting your sternum to the ceiling as you press down into that roller. And then lower back down. 2 more. Shoulders draw down, chest lifts up, eyes gaze forward, and then we release back down. 1 more time. Lengthen forward to go up, extend your spine. Try not to crunch into that lower back, lift up and out of it, and then we release back. From there, I want you to sit back into a child's pose. Roller can stay right where it is. We're sitting back. Drawing the hips back towards the heels, extending the arms long in front of you. Take a big breath into your back. And then exhale and let that breath go. And then we'll take a quick mermaid stretch. So put the roller on one side and then sit in a Z-sit position with your front knee facing towards your roller. If this doesn't feel comfortable, you can do a cross-legged position, that's fine. Hand goes on the roller, other arm reaches out to the side. Try to sit evenly on both hips to the best of your ability and stack right over that pelvis. Take a big inhale, press the roller away, and lengthen up and over towards the roller. And then exhale it back up. Same thing again, inhale to reach over, lengthening through the waist. And right back up. Our goal is to keep this hip planted down, which is challenging. And right back up, let's switch sides. Roller comes to the other side, find your Z-sit, hand is on the roller. Sit evenly on those hips, stack your body over your hips, send the other arm out to the side, and then go ahead and start to reach. Keeping the hip down, lengthening the waist, opening those ribs, and then coming back up. And we'll take that again, reach. And then right back up. One more time, reach. Lengthening the waist and right back. Good. Now we're gonna finish with a little bit of plank work with the roller. So come to hands and knees. And you will put the roller underneath your shins, right about at your ankles. Hands directly underneath the shoulders. Knees directly underneath the hips to start, but we're not gonna stay there for very long. So, when you are ready, we're going to lift those knees up in a hover. Extend your legs to push the roller away from you, and then draw your knees into your chest to pull the roller towards you. Extend, reach it away, and then pull it back in. Keep the legs parallel. Keep your chest reaching forward. Keep pressing the ground away from you with your hands, so you're opening your chest. You have nice wide shoulders on the back. We'll do 3 more. 3, and 2, and 1. And then go ahead and lower your knees all the way down. Kick that roller away from you, get it out of your way, tuck your toes under. Press up into a downward dog position. Open your shoulders wide away from your ears. Sink your heels down into the ground. Relax your neck. Walk your hands in towards your feet, softening your knees, keeping your heels pressing down. Let your head relax really heavy. Slowly roll up one vertebra at a time. And that's it. You are done for now. I hope you enjoyed this Pilates workout with the roller. Thank you.